Hi friends, welcome back to another video with me. My name is Cotton Candy Doll. If you're new here, welcome. Welcome all. This is a shifting video. In my previous video I told Toshinori about Frodo Baggins' jockey. And honestly I was caught by surprise. A lot of things happened that were unexpected this time around, and I'm gonna fill you guys in on it. And if you guys want, you can comment below if you have questions too. I try to tell you guys as much intimate information I can about me and Toshinori when it does happen, but I also don't want to cross the line. I mean, it is an adult conversation, so it's kind of like one of those things where only an adult can understand it. So me and Toshinori, we go through these phases where we kind of like, I don't know, we feel like we go through these stages where it's like reward and punishment or whatever, and like I don't know what to call it. Like it's usually because I do something wrong, and so like I was taken by surprise this time around. If you guys read the title, you already know what the video is going to kind of be about. The video might also be kind of loud, kind of long. You might hear like noises in the background. You might hear insanely happy laughter. I always say that in every video. I don't know if you guys can actually hear it or not, but I do. So I like to address it before the video starts. So a lot of stuff happened when I went back to Toshinori's house. Like I said, I don't really know what to expect anymore when I go back there. Like, I think that I know Toshinori, but I actually don't know him as well as I think. And I'm not gonna spoil it for you. I'll jump into the video. I'll tell you guys what happened. So, Toshinori, I went back to his house, and we were having breakfast, and I came there for him, and so like, he was dressed and everything. He was dressed really nice. You know, he had on his red tie, and he was dressed in a white button up, and you know, he had on some gray slacks and you know, his nice shoes. And so we're sitting there, we're having breakfast together, and you know, this time we didn't actually have pancakes. We had like potatoes and eggs and sausage. It's usually like bacon and stuff. So we're sitting there, we're enjoying our breakfast together, and you know, and of course I'm thinking about Frodo Baggins again. I can't help it. And Toshinori is like, what's the matter? And I'm like, I'm thinking about him again. And he goes, you know what? He's always on your mind now, right? I'm like, yeah, kind of. He goes, so where am I then? I said, you're on my mind too, all the time. He goes, but lately it's been him though. He's the one you're thinking about. I'm like, yeah. He goes, okay, so I wasn't going to tell you this, but I decided this is probably a good idea because I kind of want you to feel like more comfortable. I want you to feel more at peace. And I go, you know, what's going on, Toshinori? He says he found someone with a quirk that can travel into that reality and look after, and like not only see him but can like snatch him from there. Are you kidding me? Like there's someone with that quirk. That is awesome. That means I don't even have to try to use my stone. I don't even know how powerful my stone is to begin with. And so I don't know. And I had questions. I had worries about that because I'm obviously using it to find something else, something of importance that I won't say on here. But yeah, so he told me that and I felt so relieved. I'm like, oh, thank you, Toshinori, thank you so much. And I like reach over the table and I kiss him, and he's like, and I go, you know, I came here just to see you. I didn't come because, you know, we have school or anything, because technically, you know, I didn't have to work. It's just Toshinori. So like, because I'm only going there, since I'm still on probation, I'm only going like 1 or 2 days per week, so I don't really need to be there today. So I go, Toshinori, let's just use this time we have now. Let's just use it to talk. Let's just use it to get to know each other more. You guys know how that went. As soon as I say that, he like pulls me across the table. And like before I know it, before I can even get my words all the way out, we're in the bed. And I'm on my back. And we're making out. But I'm feeling kind of dizzy. Because the thing is, Toshinori moves so fast. It's like the whip flash didn't hit me until like after until like after the motion. I don't get why that works that way, but with him it just does, because he's just so like dang on fast. So we're laying there and I'm kind of dizzy and I'm like, Toshinori, and he's like, what? And I'm like, I wanted to say, and he kisses me again. And I'm like, okay, so he's just not gonna let me get the words out. Because I think he knows what I think he knows what I'm gonna say by now. He knows what I'm gonna say. I think that we should just talk, you know, and just get to know each other better, and just, you know, spend our time like this, you know, instead of me, you know, instead of you trying to, you know what to, you know, instead of you trying to like pound me to oblivion. So he's like, he undoes his tie and he's like, you know what? And I'm like, yeah, Toshinori. He gets this dark smile on his face. And I go, what is it? And he's like, I have a surprise. I was like, you have a surprise? I'm like, a surprise? Yay, you know, I'm happy. I'm like, oh my gosh, I wonder what the surprise is. Like, has he surprised me before? I have no idea. Like, is he gonna let me touch him? Like, is that my surprise? Is that my reward? You know, and I'm just wondering, like, what the heck is the surprise? What is it? He's like, give me your arm. I was like, which one? He said, it doesn't matter which one. I'm like, okay, this one? And he takes my wrist and he cuffs it. And so like the cuffs they're like shackles, okay? And it has like a bungee cord attached to it. And I'm like, I look at my wrist and I'm like, Toshinori, what is this? I'm like, you said you had a surprise for me. He said, I didn't say that I had a surprise for you. I said I had a surprise. I'm happy my surprise finally got here. It took a whole month to get here too. And I'm like, what? He's like, come on, Canada. You really think I forgot about you locking me in that cage? I go, what cage? What are you talking about, Toshinori? I know exactly what he's talking about. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I thought he forgot about that, guys. I thought he got his revenge already. Remember? Remember at the school when Principal Nazu made me hand out those flyers and he was under the table? I thought that was the revenge. I thought he got me back, but apparently not. So I'm like pulling my arm like this, and I can't like let go. I can't get my arm off of there. And he shackles my other one. He goes, "This is surprise." He goes, "This is for me." I'm like Toshinori. I was like, I'm so sorry for what I did. He's like, I don't want to hear I'm sorry. I'm like, I love you so much. He's like, stop it. That's not gonna help you now. And I go, wait a minute, what's happening to me? Because I realize I'm like slurring. And he's like, oh, that's the drug that I gave you. You freaking drugged me again? I go, what about my infant? He goes, forget about that brat right now. How dare you call Frodo a brat? How dare you call him a brat? He's like, he'll be here with us soon enough. And I'm like, really? I'm like, really? I can't really be angry or mad right now. I'm just really shocked and surprised for the fact that I might get to see Frodo Baggins again. Even if he was only able to bring him back for like 2 seconds for me to see him, that would have like made my whole world, because at least I would have gotten a chance to see him and maybe say goodbye. I will never see you. But this made me completely ecstatic, knowing that now we might possibly have like an infant baby with us, you know. Even though he's a bioweapon, he's still a baby nonetheless. By the way, guys, I've been drinking. Sorry, I was though. I just want to take another sip. It was sitting right there. It was literally just staring at it the whole time, guys. So, like, of course, the first thing he does is like rip off. You know, he rips my shirt. I have on this really nice shirt. Instead of undoing the shirt nicely, he just rips it off of me. And he's like, nice. He's like, I like your bra. And I'm like, and I go, thank you, but I don't really know what to do. There's nothing my hands are shackled, guys. I can't do anything. I was also not expecting this. Like, took me by surprise. What the heck? I'm like, honestly, I'm just like, I have no choice but like to surrender to this person. So I'm like, he's like touching me, and I'm kind of like jerking away a little bit. It's not on purpose. It's just, oh my gosh, being in that position again. It's like, he goes, we're gonna do something different this time. And I go, what are we gonna do different? And he like smiles, and then he gets up again. So now he's like, he completely like, now he's like takes off all of his stuff. And I'm like, Toshinori, you have to go to school today, don't you? And he's like, I don't have to go to school today, no. And I'm like, so why did you dress up like that? He said, to fool you, to make you think I was going to school. Really? You went that extreme just to like, I'm like, okay, you know. And I actually can't get irritated because I'm still thinking about, I'm still thinking about the baby. The baby is just on my mind, constant now. And I'm just like, and he's like, are you still thinking about him right now? And I'm like, no. He's like, yes, you are. So he goes in his closet and he takes out the little Mexican jumping bean thingy. And he's like, he puts it in his mouth and he's like, I'm gonna make you remember this. And I'm like, so he puts it in his mouth, and of course, I can't go into detail completely because it's YouTube and this kid's, you guys know what happened. He put it in me. It's his mouth. So then it's like pulsating and he doesn't turn it down. He actually makes me have a forced, like maybe 3 or 4 times. I don't really remember because I kind of like blacked out afterwards. So I woke up and I was feeling like extremely sensitive. And then he goes, okay, so now for the penetration, because I have to give you your special medicine now. And I'm like, special medicine? He's like, yeah. He goes, don't worry, the drugs will be kicking off soon and you'll be able to feel all of it, because I need you to feel all of it, all of me. And I'm like, okay. It's not like I haven't felt all of it before, but when you've had that many O's, you're just like incredibly sensitive, okay? So you're not going to be able to be quiet. Anything, yeah, it was unbelievable. I mean, the one that the last one, like my last orgasm, was amazing, but like while he was doing that, I was literally screaming. Like, I was like full blown screaming. And I asked him to stop like several times so like he could slow down, and he actually listened to me. He actually did. Like, he stopped and he said, okay, fine, I'll be more he's like, I'll be more gentle. But it didn't matter how gentle he was, because like I was so sensitive that any little thing like gave me like jolts. And he's like, now who are you, he goes, now what are you thinking about? He's like, I need you to say those words. And I'm like, I'm not saying that. I can't say that right now. He's like, say it. And I'm like, no. He turns me over. And he turns me over so like I'm all fours. And then his head smacks me. Smacks like my butt cheek. And I think the sound of it really like shocked me more, that it was so loud. And I was like, Toshinori, please don't. And he does it again, and he's like, say the words. And I'm like, I go, fine, your. And he's like, don't play with me. And I don't say it. I look back at him like, are you gonna do it again? And he does it again and again and again. And finally I say it like, I'm your bitch or whatever. And then so he like, I like afterwards I like roll back on my side, and I'm like, I was like, I think I need to get in like the shower or the bath right now. I was like, right now I prefer like a cold shower, like to cool me down. And he goes, we're gonna take a bath. So he runs the bath water, we take a bath together, we're sitting in there, and he's like, life as you know it is gonna change forever for us. And I'm like, yeah, it is. And so like I'm like, Toshinari, so I was like, thank you for finding Frodo Baggins for me, because I'm still thinking about him. I'm still excited. Yeah, I had an amazing time with Toshinari, even though it was technically like that was my punishment for what I did to him, and you know, making me suffer like that. I'm still pretty like sore from it too, but I mean, I really couldn't be mad because he found Frodo Baggins. I just can't believe it. So anyway, I go, well, Toshinori. He goes, when are you gonna come back? I said, I'll come back tomorrow, I promise. He said, I don't believe you. So, you know, because I don't believe you, you're staying. And I was like, you can't make me stay here. And then I like sat down. And when I sat down, I kind of sat down and it wasn't really in my control. It was like abruptly. And I go, okay, what's going on here? And he goes, oh, I gave you more medicine. I'm like, what the f-? So now I'm laying down with Toshinori. I'm like wide awake, and he's like holding me in his arms, caressing me. And he was like, if I had it my way, I'd never let you go. You would stay with me. You'd stay with me forever. We would stay like this forever. And I was like, we would stay like this forever, just like this. I was like, we can be like this next time. We can just be cuddled. And he said, no, I don't want to just cuddle you. Like, I need to do way more than that to you. So I'm laying there, and eventually, like, I fall asleep. So I wake up to Toshinori kissing me again, and then we start making out. And I'm thinking, like, I gotta go. I need to leave right now. And he's like, you're not going anywhere. And I was like, I'm not gonna listen to you. I'm gonna leave right now. And I call my guide. Guys, this guy shows up. And he's standing there. And I'm like, hello, like, shift me out. And Toshinori doesn't know he's here. We're communicating to each other, like through mind. So here we are, me and Toshinori, making out. And him behind us, over here, staring at me, like. And I'm like, can you, like, shift me out? I think this is the part that shocked me and probably surprised me more than anything. And in fact, he did this when he rescued me from Attack on Titan. And for me to explain it to you guys, it's going to be a little graphic and vulgar, okay? So, Toshinori, like, was like, our mouths were, like, you know, entwined with each other. And then he went, like, he, like, deep throat me. And I was kissing him. And my guide went through him, like a transfer kiss, to transfer me out of there. The same sort of thing happened on Attack on Titan. Because technically he said he couldn't go with me. I went. He was not there anywhere to, like, save me. And then what happened to me. He was there in an instant. He got me out in that, kind of in that same way. that he did with Toshinori just now, and he shifted me out. But really, I was like, what was that about? The thing is, like, okay, so my guide, I know who my guide is, and my guide can't be with me in a way I want, not physically, not as a human. You know, he is a physical object, like a solid object, but at the same time, he chose to come here to be with me in this form, not in a human form. So it's kind of like, I can't have that with him. I can never have that. And I think he used that opportunity because he can be funny sometimes. He did that. But when he rescued me from Attack on Titan, it was purely to rescue me. Like, that was pure rescue. This was just like him just messing around or whatever. And it's like, what was that about, you know? But I had to shift out from Toshinori, otherwise it would have been going on the whole night. Okay, I wouldn't have gotten any sleep. I was also pretty, you know, sore from it. And he even said he wasn't done with me. He said he wasn't done with me yet. He still hadn't had his fill. And I don't know if he's ever going to feel like he had his fill. Like, I don't know. Because honestly, like, Toshinori, he just want me too much. Like, we can, like, before I go to work, before we both go to work together, like, we can mess around or whatever, and he'll still, like, be, like, after me at school. He'll still, like, be trying to pull me in the other room and, you know, bend me over and take me, like, completely, like, he even tries to, like, pull down and, like, snatch my clothes off of me. It's like he forgets that, like, we're at work. We're at actual school. And the thing is, like, I've gotten smarter since then. They have this anti-rape clothing you can wear. So I had on, like, the leggings. They're like pants. They're almost kind of like underwear. And he was like pulling on them and they wouldn't pull down. And he was like, what is this? And I was like, it's like anti-rape. And he goes, take it off or I'm gonna rip it off of you. Take it off right now or I'll rip it off. I'm not joking. I'll rip it. I'll rip your clothes. And I said, Toshinori, I have to go to class. You can't do that. And he's like, He's like, are you gonna pull them down? Are you gonna pull them down and let me in? Are you gonna let me penetrate you? And I'm like, no. So then, like, so I feel like he's trying to combat. Like, I feel like he's trying to come up with a plan for that too. Like, he might, next time he might just cut them. Or I don't know, like, because the thing is, I'm right. Because I'm at work, I'm at school, or whatever. You can't do that to me while I'm there. So it's like, you can't. So, and I know he doesn't want to disgrace me in that way. Because according to him, Principal Nezu is not going to get mad at him for being a man. He'll get mad at me, like, if I'm late or whatever, or if I don't show up this. I'm always on time. That's a part of probation. You have to be on time. You have to show up to class. You have to complete all the assignments on time. You can't be late. No exceptions. No nothing. And so by him giving me less time to have to be at the school, by him giving me 1 or 2 days, he says that's even more of an excuse for me to be on time because I've had all that time to prepare before I came to the class or whatever. So that's how it's been with Toshinori. Like, that's how it's been, like, hit and miss. Like it's constantly, like, hitting on me all the time and stuff. So I feel like he has, like, an obsession problem. I mean, I don't know what to do, guys. Take Principal Nezu's advice. Stop smelling so good. I mean, I can't smell bad. That's just not gonna happen. Like, hygiene is, like, a huge on me. I have to bathe before I see Toshinori, so that's not gonna go away. That's never gonna go away. So I wouldn't really have another solution. I'm really excited to hear more about Frodo Baggins. I mean, Frodo Baggins Yagi, so I'm just really excited. There's someone who can actually do that. Like, and then I also questioned, I questioned Toshinori about that. You know, would he really be safe here? Would it be safe for us? And he honestly thinks it's the safest place. And now that I think about it, it might actually work because what if we say that his quirk is that he's a biohazard and we make him like a special suit or something? But the thing is, I want to be able to have physical contact. That's really important to a baby, especially to a little baby. I keep talking about this baby. I know. So I'm so excited when I get a chance to like. Will I get a chance to see him? Like I'm gonna try to see him again tonight and see if that works. I don't want to go back to that reality because I don't know what will happen to me there if I try and go back. You know, more than likely I'm probably not gonna be in the same position again. It's probably gonna be completely different. It's always like that. Plus, when I went there, I shifted there to my sleep and I wasn't trying to. So I was actually trying to go to Shugo Chara when that happened. If you guys watch my other video, you know that. So a lot of stuff happened. I'm not really sure how long this video was, but you guys notice I did jump right into the video. I didn't like drag it along or anything. I got straight to the point, but Toshinori's never gonna let me touch him, is he? I mean, we've been dating for what, like 2 months? No, like a month. I would say it's been about a month and maybe some weeks. And he says a whole year. Like, I'm not waiting a whole year to touch him. I have to do something. If he's gonna be tormenting me or torturing me when I come there, like physically teasing me, I didn't tell you guys every single detail, but he edged me for like, before those forced O's, all 3 or 4 times he freaking edged me. If you don't know what edging is, look it up. If you're too young, don't worry about it. I didn't have to share, but he did that for like hours, and that's why I think it was so amazing when it. But anyway, yeah, enough of that going to deeds, but like, you know, he's like, he's freaking cold-blooded, man. I just, like, he felt like he had to get back at me for something that happened over a month ago. That's ridiculous. Well, you know what? Two can play at that game. I'm gonna come up with a really good plan next time. I'm gonna get him back. I'm gonna get him back in the same way, because you know what? I just have to. Like, I feel like I need to. You know? I don't know. Let me know what I should do. Like, give me some ideas. Put it in the comments below. Let's plan together. Let's make this work. Like, we need to plan it. Plan what we're gonna do to him. Like, I'm not gonna like kill him or anything because I'm not crazy, you know. I'm not like Yandere. I feel like he would kill me, but he said he would never do that because he'd never get to hear me scream again. You guys know why. He likes watching me struggle, and he likes watching me being tortured by him and stuff because it gets him off. Like, he's freaking sicko. Exactly. Like, he's sick, right? I'm not sick like him. I'm already trying to think like what I should do to him. What should I do to Toshinori to get him back so I can touch him again? It would be nice to put him in that contraption. I'm pretty sure he could break it. I'm not as strong as him, so the cage idea was perfect. I have no idea. You know, I haven't been in his basement since that happened, so I don't know if he like just broke the wall and left it that way or what. Obviously his house is still standing, so for those of you who watched the video, I guess I went a little bit nuts, right? But I'm not nuts, yeah. Anyway, I felt like I dragged this video on long enough. I did want to share it with you guys. If you liked the video, don't forget to give my video a like. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, that way you're notified when the next video comes out. I'm plotting hard on what I should do. I have no idea, but I'm plotting. Because you know what, if I ship back there tonight, I'm definitely going to have a plan. So guys, help me come up with like a plan. Help me think of something I can do. Write in the comments so I can try it when I shift there tonight. If I don't shift tonight, that means I'm going to end up shifting tomorrow. But he told me to make sure I came back. Otherwise he's going to get me. I don't want to get got. Like, I don't want to get caught. Oh my gosh. He's after me. I mean, what can I do? I can't run from him, you know? I'm gonna run from All Might. Come on. Oh, anyway, I was supposed to end the video, so I'll see you guys in the video. I'll see you guys in the next video, which might be released by tomorrow. Thank you everyone for your support. Shout outs to all of you. Thanks for watching. Bye. I'll see you next time.